Hi there, it's Lisa here on our third Sunday of Easter, and our first reading is very bold, very strong. It's from the Acts of the Apostles, and it is Peter speaking up to the crowd in Jerusalem, and he is really he has received the Holy Spirit. He is really quite strong. And so there's this whole section of raised his voice and proclaimed. That's going to be really strong. And then there's a section where he quotes David. That's going to be hopeful. That's a different voice. And then we come back to Peter again, these next words, and talking about how God has fulfilled the promise that he made to David. And then at the very end, God raised this Jesus. Of this, we are all witnesses. And he's including the 11 and the disciples and the women who were with him, okay, who actually saw. So this reading is a little long. So is the gospel. But it's important and it's strong. So get ready to punch it, all right? So a reading from the Acts of the Apostles, and we wait 1, 2, 3. Then, so you see I'm starting off with then. We're in the middle of the story. Then Peter stood up with the 11, so Judas has been replaced, raised his voice and proclaimed. So I actually want you to raise your voice, get into it, and proclaim, you who are Jews, indeed, all of you staying in Jerusalem, let this be known to you, and listen to my words. So did you see me? I listen, you hear. So I'm coming forward with this. My body posture is moving with these words. If you're strong with it, let it happen there, okay? Let it happen. Let this be known to you, and listen to my words. You who are Israelites. So on these you words, you should be looking at somebody. You who are Israelites, hear these words. Jesus the Nazarene was a man commended to you by God with mighty deeds, wonders, and signs. So, they saw this happen every single day they were with him. They saw deeds, wonders, and signs. What do you think about right there? I think of the man born blind. I think about Jairus' daughter. I think about the woman who got healed, okay? Think about what those mighty deeds were, what the wonders and signs that impacted you, okay? Which God worked through him in your midst. As you yourselves know, you know it. You saw it. You were here, all right? You can't deny it. This man, delivered up by the set plan and foreknowledge of God. So just because God knew it, does that mean God wanted it or caused it? No, God sees everything, all right? And Jesus himself, please let this cup pass. Okay. This man, delivered up by the set plan and foreknowledge of God, you killed. Wow, powerful, all right? You killed, using lawless men to crucify him. Long pause there. Long pause. Let it sink in. But, pause again. God raised him up, releasing him from the throes of death, because it was impossible for him to be held by it, to be held by death, right? For David says of him, here's a voice change now. David says of him, I saw the Lord ever before me. With him at my right hand, I shall not be disturbed. Therefore, my heart has been glad, and my tongue has exalted. So now I'm smiling, right? There's not all this intensity from before. My flesh too will dwell in hope. David is expressing this wonderful hope he has. Because you will not abandon, he's talking to God, you will not abandon my soul to the netherworld, nor will you suffer your Holy One to see corruption. Now he's talking about Jesus, okay, or the Messiah. You have made known to me the paths of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence. All right, then there's a pause. Then Peter comes back again, exhorting strong. My brothers, one can confidently say to you about the patriarch David that he died and was buried, and his tomb is still in our midst today. Okay, I added this word still. His tomb is in our midst today. That means David has not resurrected, right? He has not risen. He's still in his tomb. But since he was a prophet and knew that God had sworn an oath to him that he would set one of his, so God would set one of David's descendants upon his throne, David's throne, too many hises here, he, David, foresaw and spoke of the resurrection of the Christ, that neither was he, the Christ, abandoned to the netherworld, nor did his, the Christ's flesh, see corruption. All right, so make sure you know who is the he. We got 3 different he's going on in there that you're talking about, okay? Again, a long pause. Here's Peter's point. God raised this Jesus. Of this we are all witnesses. Long pause again. Exalted at the right hand of God, he received the promise of the Holy Spirit from the Father and poured him, that is the Holy Spirit, and poured him forth, as you see and hear. Hello, where do you think all this came from? This is the Holy Spirit jumping out at you here, all right? So then we wait again. 1, 2, 3, the word of the Lord. All right, long reading. Don't be intimidated. Go after it. Be Peter. Be Peter in his strongest, most amazed, spirit-filled self. God bless you. Practice reading it aloud.